about to close now. The subject's name is He Promised. Come on, say He Promised. Well, pastors, I want to let you know one thing. He yet promises, and He won't let you down. Somebody may not understand you, but He promised. You may not have a big crowd, but don't you worry about it. He promised. Oh yes, He did. The labor might seem hard, and the discipline might seem rough. Hold on to the Lord's unchanging hand. He promised. Oh yes, He did. Women, don't let these bossy, fussy, hard-headed, mannish women that want to put down your church and tell you if you ain't the pastor, if you ain't nothing, God ordained, sanctified leadership in this church. You got a mission and the ministry. My granddaddy used to work in the steel mill, and when he couldn't be there to preach on Tuesday, couldn't preach on Friday, sometimes Sunday, my grandmother would get her Bible and stand on the floor and call on Jesus. Souls got saved, souls got filled, souls turned around. That is still able in your hands. Women of God, praying women, running women, you have a job. God promised. It was that promise. It was that hope. It was that joy. It was that power in the promise. The promise is the bequeath. The promise is the endowment. The promise is the legacy. The promise is the birthright. Say yeah. Say yeah. 99 years later, how is the promise? How is your joy? How is your power? How is your Holy Ghost? Say yeah. Do you have it? The promise. Do you have it? The power. Do you have it? The joy. The world is dying. No joy. The world is dying. No power. The world is dying. No life. The church is no church. No fruit of the future. You promise. You want. Hallelujah. Fill it up. Open your mouth. What is He saying? He promised. He promised. Tell your neighbor. God promised. And He promised me freedom life, freedom joy, freedom peace, freedom purpose. I can see it. I gotta take my seat here. But let me tell you this here. You got to be careful because we have advanced. But in our advancement, if we forget the promise, if we get the feeling that God has let us down, if we don't act on the promise, tell you that you're going to act on the promise. If we fall short of that which has been promised us, then the power of God can't work. Can't work. Churches with no power. Churches with no joy. Churches with no liberation. Churches that are dying on the vine. Folks don't have inspiration. Don't want to school, don't want to go to YPWW, don't want to come to Bible study, don't want to come to